Hello, I'm Ramesh from Biobasics. Just wanted to share some thoughts which might be useful to you. It was August 30th, 2013. I was stepping out of my office for the last time at Aegon NV in The Hague in Netherlands when I got a call from my brother who was wishing me all the best for the next avatar of my life. At home, Devi, my wife, was a little apprehensive about my move. Why now? Are you sure? Why not work a little longer? Why not earn a little bit more? And I was familiar with these questions and my responses to these questions. And I had been thinking for years of stepping out of my corporate world existence and into the world of social work, of doing something more meaningful, something more satisfying and challenging. So back in the US during the 2000s, we among the NRI community we used to call this the N plus one syndrome, where there's a tendency to think about the the next year, going back to India the next year, and like tomorrow, that year never comes, and almost like the hamster's wheel. You can hop onto it anytime, you can check out anytime, but you can never leave. And there are almost always many more milestones to achieve on that road. Just that the end of the road is just shrouded in self doubt and uncertainty. And we had other nice analogies to it as well, and we used to laugh at them. And one of them was Markata Mushti, which in Sanskrit meant the monkey's fist, and which is supposedly the traditional way of catching monkeys, where you take a jar filled with goodies, and it has a mouth which is big enough for the monkey to put its hand in, but it's too small for it to take it out with the goodies. So the key for the monkey is to drop the goodies and take out its hand clean. But invariably, it almost never does. And it's so human, and the fear of missing out is huge. So I've been planning to, for almost 5 to 8 years, to quit and go back to India and step out. And it was a romantic thought, no doubt. Giving back to the society, which has blessed me with so many privileges, giving back to the environment which we were collectively so much abusing. Being from the finance and investment side, I used to have a homecoming spreadsheet where I would calculate the exact year I can afford to go back, and chasing that magic savings number based on our expenses that we would have per month among the two of us, and the investment yield on the portfolio that I would be having, and so on. And to the question of why now, why not a little later, my response was the hamster's wheel is spinning because of me. The only way it's going to stop is if I stop and step up and step out. So at that point, the age of 44, I had the courage, the chutzpah, the fire in the belly, the gumption to do it. And I was not sure whether I could do that the next year. So I wanted to strike it hard at that point of time. So I know many folks struggle with this, and it is not easy, and each of us have to do what we have to do. And there is no real answer. And some of us will do it and regret it. Some of us will enjoy it after that, and I am enjoying it. But it is what each of us do. And Philip, I remember my boss, who was the CFO of the division where I was working, he was shocked when he heard that I wanted to step out. And he asked me, okay, what am I going to do? And I said, well, I'm going to head back to India, go to the farmland we had purchased, and start growing peanuts organically. And he was even more shocked, and he said, well, I've not thought it through. And I said, well, I've thought enough about it, and it is time to move on. So June 5th, 2015, we incorporated Ananta Naturals Private Limited. Biobasics was the brand that we were going to build. And it's a social enterprise that dreams of making all of us go organic, keeping chemicals away from our food, from our bodies, from our homes, from the soil, the air, the water. And the motto was two slogans: be organic, buy organic. And in our logo, between these two slogans, were a couple of peanuts.